Sometimes you witness the power imbalance play out in front of you between the genders in a grotesque fashion. Of course, when I say the genders, I am only speaking of 2 of the several hundred that now exist. I would like it to be clear where I stand. I have no problem calling anybody anything they wish to be called. It is no burden on me. You can identify as a shoelace if you want to. And I will call you Zippity Zimzer if you ask me to. Do I think it's a little silly? Yeah, but so is badminton, and that's an Olympic event, you know? So here's what happened. I was shooting a movie a few months back, and one day we wrapped up kind of early from filmmaking. It was late afternoon, and I walk off set, and I notice there's a bar across the street. I go, I'm gonna walk into this bar, have a drink, go back to the hotel. Simple enough, right? I walk in, I see a woman seated at the bar doing what I can only describe as weird shit. If you're like, what do you mean, Tom? Well, I think there's a normal spectrum of behavior that you see from one seated at a bar. You know, if you see them seated there, you might see them go like this, or like, hey, or maybe even, ha ha. This lady is seated at the bar and she's going. I'm like, is she making fudge? What is she doing over there? I also notice it late. Like, I notice it as I'm walking past it. That happens sometimes, right? Like, you walk, you see something as you're passing it, you're like, that's some crazy shit, and you keep walking. And then you're like, I need to see that again. I don't know how I'm gonna see it again. Now I'm dead center, and I see that a woman, to be clear, is in public, 4:30 in the afternoon, and she is sitting there fucking peeling her potato. I don't know, playing with her pussy. You know what I'm trying to say. And she is not hot, if you're wondering. If you're like, was she super hot? No, she wasn't. And because of that, I tattletaled immediately. You know what's up. So I go to the bouncer, I go, excuse me. That not model over there is diddling herself at the bar. And this big yoked dude looks, and he goes, I go, yeah, talk to her. And he goes, mm-mm. I'm like, excuse me? He goes, I don't want anything to do with that shit. I'm like, I don't think anybody does. There's a woman masturbating at the bar. And he's like, ugh, like he's put out by my outrageous request. He's like, all right, man, Jesus Christ. So he gets up, he walks like halfway there, turns around, he goes, yeah, I couldn't do it, man. I go, you have to. So he calls over the hostess, this cute little 22-year-old. He's like, what's up, guys? And he goes, handle that. And she's like, okay. She goes over there, super polite, which is fucked up, considering the circumstances. I can't hear her, but I can read her body language. She's like, hi. And she's like, everybody can see you. And then she goes, stop it. Stop. And she goes, you promise? And she goes, thank you. And she comes back and she goes, she stopped. I'm like, she finished or she stopped? She goes, she stopped. And I go, okay. I'm like, wait, is she allowed to stay? And she goes, yeah. I go, why? And she goes, because she stopped. I go, I'm sorry, would I be allowed to stay? If I was just sitting at your bar, just kind of toying with the top, you know, like. Would you tap me on the shoulder and be like, excuse me, will you put your leaky dick back in your pants? Thanks. You want some chicken fingers or Sprite or something? I say, you called a SWAT team and they would rappel into the building. Someone would crack my fucking head on the side of the bar, and you have a parade as my corpse was carried out. As she goes, you're right about that. Maybe I'm overreacting. I don't know. I don't jerk off in bars. I have been fantasizing a lot about people asking me how I lost the weight that I haven't lost yet. And like, I just have so many answers. Like, I really enjoy doing, I'm like, in my head, I'm like, dude, it's not a diet, it's a lifestyle. Like, you just gotta make smarter choices, man. I mean, yeah, drink more water. Look at me. I mean, I've never felt better. I have so much energy. If I can do it, you can do it. And then I eat chocolate souffle as I have. I'm like, well, like next year I'll probably be ready for this conversation. Fucking asshole. I got a trainer. They gave me a trainer. That's a better way of saying that. I joined a gym and they go, do you want a free training session? And I was like, okay. What does it normally cost? And they're like $900. And I was like, oh, wow, that's a great deal. Yeah, that's awesome. The first session is a bait session. It's ridiculous. The guy's like, stand up. I'm like, okay. He's like, wow, you're a very powerful athlete. Were you pro before? And I'm like, okay, yes, I was. I think I was. He goes, yeah, you look like it. I can see all your muscle fibers. They look really great. I'm like, and then he's like, do you want to do this all the time? And I'm like, yeah, absolutely. This is a good boost for me. I like this a lot. Second session, way different than the first session. Second session, I'm doing burpees. Like, you jump on the ground and then you jump onto a wooden block. I'm running through sand, pushing a sled, and I go, is this SEAL school? What are we doing right now? In the middle of this workout, my trainer goes, stop. And I said, thank you. He goes, you know why I told you to stop? And I go, yeah, so you don't have to give me CPR, I think. And he goes, no, the Holy Spirit. What? And he goes, the Holy Spirit told me to tell you to stop. And I go, what did I sign up for? What the fuck is this? And he goes, do you believe in Jesus Christ? And I said, is he gonna make me do push-ups? And that right there, he got really mad at that. Like, really upset. He was like, it's not all jokes. Like, oh, I said one thing. I can't say one thing. All right. And he tells me to take the big plate, the 45-pound plate. He's like, hold it over your head and run down to the pier and back. And the pier's like 3/4 of a mile. And I go, nope. Not doing that. He's like, you're quitting? You're quitting on me right now? And I go, no, I'm not quitting. It's just that the Holy Spirit, it talks to me too. And said there's no way I'm gonna make this run without throwing up and people pointing and laughing at me. So I'm gonna get a peanut butter protein shake right now. I'm out, man, later. And I took off. If you bring a baby into a movie theater, you're a piece of shit. Yep. If your reason for doing it is that you couldn't get a babysitter, well then you don't get to go to the movies. That's how that works. It happened to me in back-to-back movies, which statistically I did not think was possible. First movie, I'm in there 5 minutes. I'm watching the movie and I hear, what? And I turn, and in the row behind me, there's a mother, a father, and a baby. Not a child, which I think is an important distinction. It's a baby. I'm like, all right, these people are insane. I'll just ignore this. Turn back, 30 seconds later. And I'm like, well, now I have to say something. Now, I'm polite. So I turn and I go, excuse me, are you stabbing your baby right now? Because it sounds like it. And the dad goes, no, I love the baby. You picture him, okay? I love him, pero no, it's my baby. And I said, well, could you? Because I'm trying to watch this movie. And your baby's ruining it. And he was like, no puedo. So I get up, I go to the lobby, I see the manager of the theater. I go, hey, there's a fucking baby in there being a baby right now. And the manager goes, some people suck. And he walked away. That is the best customer service line I've ever heard in my life, hands down. You can't even get mad. If you're in a restaurant, you've been waiting on your food, you're like, hey, where the fuck is my food? I've been here half an hour. And the manager's like, some people suck. You'd be like, oh yeah, some people suck. I didn't think of that. My bad. Sorry about that. I left. The next day, I go back to the movies. I should point out, I saw a different movie. It was also a different baby. It's not the same family standing out front, and then they see me and they're like, oh, there he is. All right, let's go inside and ruin this for him again. This time, I am way further into the movie. I'm emotionally invested in this movie. I like the movie. And then, out of nowhere, I hear, Wah. This time, I swear to you, I audibly go, nah-uh. And now, other people get involved. You know when you can hear somebody's age in their voice? Like, I can't see shit. It's a dark theater. I just hear a guy go, either make it quiet or get it out. That guy's 140 years old. Like, I could hear that he'd never hugged his children. I could hear it in his voice. This time, the mother of the baby goes, shut up. And I was like, oh shit, like, we have a situation. And then a third person goes, shh. What are you doing? Shush is passive aggressive. She said, shut up, just go straight to fuck you. Like, what are you doing? But now, I wanted to be the hero and like save the movie. You know, I felt a tremendous sense of injustice, like all these movies are being ruined by babies, but I didn't realize I was too angry in that moment to, what is it? Speak English words in a sentence. You know when you just get like real rage, like you just, dude, like you feel it, your throat dries out, and so I stood up in the theater with the best intentions and I went, why? Is everybody not in the adult movie? Like none of it made sense. Everybody was like, who's that fucking guy? What's his problem? I was trying to say, let's be civilized adults. But instead I went, adult movie. Porn's on now. Cover your baby's eyes.